Welcome. In previous session, composite sections problems complete chesam. So next continuation problems ee class. So problem is a copper bar 40 mm diameter is rigidly attached at both ends to the inside of steel tube of 50 mm external diameter and 5 mm thick. Find the stresses in each metal of composite section length of 1000 mm when it is subjected to an axial load of 200 kilonewton. Take ES equal to 200 GPa and EC equal to 100 GPa. So copper bar, steel tube. So two materials. So copper bar, steel tube. So copper bar యొక్క diameter వచ్చేసరికి, so diameter of the copper bar is 40 mm. So that copper bar is rigidly attached at the both ends to the inside of the steel tube. So the meaning is steel tube is inserted in the copper bars. Okay, so side, left side and right side, so both sides copper bars are fitted and steel tube is fitted at the middle. So steel tube in external diameter is 50 mm and thickness of the steel tube is 5 mm and copper bar diameter is 40 mm. So we have to find out the stresses in the each metal. So each metal and length of the bar, so sectional length is nothing but 1000 mm. ES equal to 200 GPa, EC equal to 100 GPa and axial load is nothing but P, that equal to 200 kilonewton. So this is the given data. So first of all we know the diameter values, then we have to find out the areas. So external diameter of the steel capital DS equal to 50 mm, internal diameter of the steel small ds equal to capital D minus 2 into thickness. So nothing but 50 minus 2 into 5, that equal to 40 mm. So external diameter of the steel is 50 mm and internal diameter of the steel is 40 mm. So area of the steel, so area of the steel AS equal to pi by 4 into capital D square minus small d square. So for the steel section, so pi by 4 into capital D value is 50 whole square minus small d value is 40 whole square. So the area of the steel value is 706.85 mm square. So that is the area of the steel. So coming to the copper bar area, so diameter of the copper bar DC is nothing but 40 mm. So area of the copper bar AC equal to pi d square by 4, so pi into 40 whole square by 4. So area of the copper bar AC, that equal to 1256.63 mm square. So that is the area of the copper bar. So next, length of the composite section. So length of the composite section has already given in the problem. So L equal to 1000 mm. So we know the Young's modulus values. So for steel, Young's modulus ES equal to 200 GPa. So GPa is nothing but gigapascal. So gigapascal. So gigapascal 200 GPa. So 200 into 10 power 9 PA. Okay, ma 10 power 6 కాదు, 10 power 9. So 200 into 10 power 3 Newton per mm square. So 10 power 3 Newton per mm square. So this is the conversion. So nothing but 1 Pascal equal to 1 kilonewton per mm square. So that's why the conversion from GPa to the Newton per mm square, the Young's modulus of the steel value is 200 into 10 power 3. So coming to the Young's modulus of copper, EC equal to 100 GPa. So 100 into 10 power 9 PA. So 100 into 10 power 3 Newton per mm square. So that is the EC. So since the lengths are same, the strains are equal. So lengths, so length of the composite section L equal to 1000. So lengths same, so strains same. So equate the strains between the steel and the copper. So Fs by Es equal to Fc by Ec. So Fs equal to Es by Ec into Fc. So Es by Ec is nothing but modular ratio. So Es value is 200 into 10 power 3 divided by Ec equal to 100 into 10 power 3 into Fc. So Fs equal to 2 into Fc. So nothing but stress value is twice the copper value. Okay, so therefore total load. So total load, so we have to find out the stresses developed. So first of all we have to find the total load, then stresses we have to find out. So total load W equal to load carried by steel plus load carried by copper. So load carried by steel plus load carried by copper. So total load W equal to Ws plus Wc. So W value is 200 into 10 power 3. So 200 into 10 power 3 is axial load. So axial load 200 into 10 power 3, that equal to Ws. So W is nothing but load. So actual formula, we know the formula is stress equal to load by area. So load equal to stress into area. So similar to the steel, Fs into As plus, similar to the copper, Fc into Ac. So Fs value is 2 into Fc. So substitute. So Fs value is 2 into Fc plus F2Fc into As. So As, area of the steel value is 706.85. So As value is 706.85 plus Fc. So Fc value is Fc into Ac value. So Ac value is 1256.63. So this is the Ac value. So 2 into 706.85. So 1413.7 Fc plus 1256.63 Fc. So in terms of Fc, so the Fc value is 74.90 Newton per mm square. So after calculation, the Fc value is 74.90 Newton per mm square. So coming to the Fs, so Fs is 2 into Fc. So Fs is 2 into Fc. So 2 into Fc value is 74.90 Newton per mm square. So Fs value is 149.80 Newton per mm square. So result. So result is nothing but stresses. Find the stresses in each metal. So stresses in steel, Fs equal to 149.80 Newton per mm square, and stresses in copper, Fc equal to 74.90 Newton per mm square. So this is the final result value. So a RCC column has overall cross sectional area of 30,000 mm square. It consists of an area of 1500 mm square of steel enclosed in a concrete. So given the modular ratio as 13, calculate the safe load the column can carry without exceeding the stresses of 7 Newton per mm square in concrete. So previous classes lo cheppina problem idi. So for practice, so 7 and 8 problems is for practice. So the given data is area. So cross sectional area is 30,000. So and steel area. So RCC column nothing but AC equal to 30,000 mm square. So AS equal to 1500 mm square. So modular ratio ES by EC, that equal to 13. So safe load we have to find out. So stresses, so stress is 7 Newton per mm square. So given data by using the given data we have to find out the safe load of the column. So the safe load answer is P equal to 336 kilo Newton. So this is the practice problem. So coming to the 8th problem, a concrete column 500 mm in dia, circular section is reinforced with 6 bars of 20 mm diameter. Find the stresses in concrete and steel if the column is subjected to an axial load of 850 kilonewton. So Young's modulus of concrete equal to 0.136 into 10 power 5 Newton per mm square. Young's modulus of steel equal to 2.04 into 10 power 5 Newton per mm square. So a concrete column. So dia of the concrete column is 500 mm. So that is in the circular section. So the column consists of 6 number of bars. So dia of the bars is 20 mm. So we have to calculate the stresses which is developed in the concrete and steel. So when it is subjected to an axial load of 850 kilonewton. So Young's modulus of concrete is equal to 0.136 into 10 power 5 Newton per mm square, and Young's modulus of steel equal to 2.04 into 10 power 5 Newton per mm square. So this is the given data. So after substituting the values, the result is Fs equal to 57.24 Newton per mm square, Fc equal to 3.816 Newton per mm square. So 7 and 8 problems is for practice. So next, a steel solid cylinder of 80 mm diameter is inserted inside a hollow aluminum tube. So steel solid cylinder inserted inside a hollow aluminum tube. So hollow aluminum tube, steel solid cylinder is inserted. So diameter of the steel solid cylinder is 80 mm. So hollow aluminum tube diameter, internal diameter is 80 mm and external diameter is 120 mm and rigidly fixed at ends. So steel solid cylinder and hollow aluminum tube is rigidly fixed at the both ends. So this composite section is subjected to an axial compression of 170 kilonewton. So nothing but axial load 170 kilonewton. So determine the stresses induced in each material. So Fs and Fa values we have to find out. So for that the Young's modulus value is 2.1 into 10 power 5 Newton per mm square, and Ea nothing but Young's modulus of aluminum, nothing but Ea equal to 0.7 into 10 power 5 Newton per mm square. So this is the given data. A steel solid cylinder is inserted inside a hollow aluminum tube. So this is the composite section, so having two materials. So coming to the solution, dia of solid steel cylinder. So dia of solid steel cylinder is not equal to 80 mm. Cross sectional area AS equal to pi d square by 4. So this is the solid section. So pi d square by 4. So pi into 80 whole square by 4. So 5026.54 mm square. So this is the cross sectional area value. So coming to the internal diameter of hollow aluminum tube. So internal diameter D equal to 80 mm for hollow aluminum tube. So external diameter for the hollow aluminum tube nothing but capital D, that equal to 120 mm. So cross sectional area of aluminum tube. So AA nothing but external diameter, having external diameter and internal diameter. So area formula is pi by 4 into capital D square minus small d square. So capital D square minus small d square. So pi by 4 into capital D value is 120 whole square minus small d value is 80 whole square. So after calculation, the area of aluminium value is 6283.18 mm square. So this is the cross sectional area of aluminium tube. So next, axial compression acting on composite section. So axial compression, P equal to 170 kilonewton. So axial load is 170 kilonewton. E for steel, so Young's modulus for steel ES equal to 2.1 into 10 power 5 Newton per mm square. E for aluminium EA equal to 0.7 into 10 power 5 Newton per mm square. So modular ratio, M equal to ES by EA. So ES value is 2.1 into 10 power 5 divided by EA value is 0.7 into 10 power 5. So nothing but 3. Strains in both steel rod and aluminium rod are same as it is rigidly fixed at the end. So as it is rigidly fixed at the end, that's why strains in both steel rod and aluminium tube are same. So stress in steel divided by stress in aluminium equal to ES by EC. So Fs by Fa equal to ES by EA. So ES by EA is 3 and Fs by Fa equal to 3. So Fs equal to 3 into Fa. So Fs equal to 3 into Fa. So this is the stress in steel in terms of aluminium. So coming to the load, so total load is equal to load at steel section plus load at aluminium section. So P equal to Fs into As plus Fa into Aa. So P value is 170 into 10 power 3, nothing but axial load. So Fs value is 3 into Fa into As. So As value is 5026.54 plus Fa into 6283.18. So 6283.18. So 170 into 10 power 3 equal to 15. So 15.08 into 10 power 3 into Fa plus 6283.18 into Fa. So after calculation, the Fa value is 7.96 Newton per mm square. So 7.96 Newton per mm square. So Fs equal to 3 into Fa. So Fa value is 7.96. So after substituting, the Fs value equal to 23.87 Newton per mm square. So result, so Fa equal to 7.96 Newton per mm square and Fs equal to 23.87 Newton per mm square. So these are the problems on composite sections. So next topic is temperature stresses. So temperature stresses, not only normal stresses, temperature stresses is also developed. So temperature stresses, temperature strain, hoop stress. So what is meant by temperature stresses, what is meant by temperature strain, and next what is meant by hoop stress. So most of the engineering materials, when subjected to variation of temperature, either expand or contract. If this change in dimensions is prevented by the application of external loads, the body develops stresses in it, which are called temperature stresses. So మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ది ఇంజనీరింగ్ మెటీరియల్స్, ఏవైనా ఇంజనీరింగ్ మెటీరియల్స్ వచ్చేసరికి టెంపరేచర్లో కనుక వేరీ అయితే ఎయిదర్ ఇట్ విల్ ఎక్స్పాండ్ ఆర్ కాంట్రాక్ట్. సో when material will expand or contract, then there is a change in dimensions. So that change in dimension is provided. So that change in dimension is provided by the application of external loads. So when external loads is applied, the change in dimension is developed. So when body develops stresses, so that stresses is nothing but temperature stresses. So these stresses is also known as thermal stresses. Coming to the corresponding strains, so that strains is known as temperature strains or thermal strains. So that is the temperature stresses or temperature strains. So the definition is, most of the engineering materials when subjected to variation of temperature either expand or contract. ఏవైనా ఇంజనీరింగ్ మెటీరియల్స్ ఉన్నాయి, సో ఆ ఇంజనీరింగ్ మెటీరియల్స్ లోడ్స్కి సబ్జెక్ట్ అయితే సో టెంపరేచర్ యొక్క వేరియేషన్ అనేది జరుగుతుంది. సో ఆ టెంపరేచర్ అనేది వేరీ అయితే ఎయిదర్ ఇట్ విల్ ఎక్స్పాండ్ ఆర్ కాంట్రాక్ట్. సో ఎక్స్పాండ్ కానీ కాంట్రాక్ట్ కానీ జరిగితే డైమెన్షన్స్ అనేవి చేంజ్ అవుతాయి. సో ఆ డైమెన్షన్స్ అనేవి ప్రివెంట్ చేయడానికి కొంత ఎక్స్టర్నల్ లోడ్స్ అనేవి అప్లై చేయాలి. సో ఆ ఎక్స్టర్నల్ లోడ్స్ వల్ల బాడీలో కొన్ని స్ట్రెసెస్ అనేవి డెవలప్ అవుతూ ఉంటాయి. సో ఆ స్ట్రెసెస్ అనేవి డెవలప్ అవడాన్ని టెంపరేచర్ స్ట్రెసెస్ అన్నారు. సిమిలర్ టు దిస్ టెంపరేచర్ స్ట్రెసెస్, నథింగ్ బట్ strains. Okay, so this is the temperature stresses and temperature strains. So next, coefficient of linear expansion. So coefficient of linear expansion is increase in length of the body per unit rise of temperature in original length is termed as the coefficient of linear expansion, and it is denoted by the alpha. So increase in length of the body. So increase in length of the body per unit rise of temperature. So unit rise of temperature, when a temperature raises per unit, then length will be increases. So from the original length. Okay, so when temperature raises unit raise, then length is increased. So when length is increased, when it compared to the original length, so that is the coefficient of linear expansion. So it is denoted by the letter alpha. So next, temperature stresses in a bar. So temperature stresses in a bar. If the temperature of a bar of length L undergoes a change in temperature to T degrees centigrade, then the change in length delta L is given by. So here a bar is given. So a bar has some temperature and length of the bar is L. So when it undergoes a change in temperature, so that change in temperature is T degrees centigrade, then the change in length, so original length is L, so change in length is delta L. So original temperature is T, so change in temperature is T degrees centigrade. So then delta L value is L alpha T. So L is nothing but length and alpha is the coefficient of linear expansion, and next T is the temperature, nothing but change in temperature here, where alpha equal to coefficient of linear expansion. So next, temperature strain. Formula for the temperature strain, nothing but change in length by original length. So change in length is nothing but delta L by L. So here delta L formula is L alpha T divided by L, that equal to L gets cancelled, that equal to alpha T. So temperature strain value is alpha T. Therefore temperature stress due to temperature strain. So temperature stress due to temperature strain, F equal to temperature strain into Young's modulus. So actually we know the general formula. So general formula is nothing but Young's modulus equal to stress by strain. So here F equal to temperature strain into Young's modulus. F equal to, here temperature strain value is alpha into T into Young's modulus value is E. Therefore F equal to alpha T into E. Therefore elongation of the bar when it is free to expand. So bar యొక్క elongation when it is free to expand. So bar when it is free to expand. So the formula is L alpha T. Therefore temperature stress when expansion is prevented. So when it is free to expand, the formula is L alpha T, and when expansion is prevented. So expansion is prevented alpha T into E. So expansion అనేది ఎప్పుడైతే తగ్గుతుందో అప్పుడు టెంపరేచర్ స్ట్రెసెస్ ఫార్ములా వచ్చేసరికి ఆల్ఫా టీ ఇంటూ ఈ. సో బార్ అనేది ఎప్పుడైతే ఎలాంగేట్ అవుతుందో, ఎప్పుడైతే అది ఫ్రీగా ఎక్స్పాండ్ అవుతుందో, సో అప్పుడు బార్ యొక్క ఎలాంగేషన్కి ఎల్ ఆల్ఫా ఇంటూ టీ. సో ఇది ఈ రెండు ఫార్ములాస్. నెక్స్ట్ ఆల్ఫా వేరియేషన్ ఫర్ వేరియస్ మెటీరియల్స్. సో alpha variation for various materials. So alpha variation. So here the materials, some materials are considering. So first material is steel. So steel value for coefficient of linear expansion, it will changes. So it has a range value. So steel, the range value is 11.5 into 10 power minus 6 to 13 into 10 power minus 6. So that is the steel. So coming to the wrought iron. So wrought iron, so coefficient of linear expansion, so it is in the per degrees Celsius. So the wrought iron value is 11 into 10 power minus 6 to 12 into 10 power minus 6. So coming to the aluminium, so the value is 23 into 10 power minus 6 to 24 into 10 power minus 6. So coming to the copper, brass and bronze, so the three materials have same value. So copper, brass and bronze. So 17 into 10 power minus 6 to 18 into 10 power minus 6. So this is the coefficient of linear expansion values for steel, wrought iron, cast iron, aluminium, copper, brass and bronze. Next, coming to the problems. Here some of the problems have solved problems. So the first problem, so length of a steel rod is 2 meters at 30 degrees centigrade. So here steel rod is given. So steel rod length is 2 meters. So here at a temperature, so length of the steel rod is 2 meters at a temperature of 30 degrees centigrade. What will be the length of the rod at 80 degrees centigrade? So here 30 degrees centigrade దగ్గర steel rod value is 2 meters and 80 degrees centigrade the length of the rod. What is the length of the rod? We have to find out. If it is free to expand, so here the condition is given, if it is free to expand. So if no expansion is permitted, what will be the temperature stresses? So if it is free to expand, length of the rod at 80 degrees centigrade is the first result we have to find out. And next result is, if no expansion is prevented, what will be the temperature stresses developed in the rod? So no expansion is prevented, temperature stresses developed in the rod. So for that, take alpha equal to 12 into 10 power minus 6 per degree centigrade and E equal to 2 into 10 power 5 Newton per mm square for steel. So this is the given problem. So length of the steel rod is 2 meters at 30 degrees centigrade. At 80 degrees centigrade we have to find out the length if it is free to expand. So next condition is, if no expansion is permitted, what will be the temperature stress developed in the rod? So for that, alpha value is given and Young's modulus value for steel value is also given. So L equal to 2 meters at 30 degrees centigrade and L equal to how much at 80 degrees centigrade. So when free to expand, so free expansion of rod equal to delta L minus L alpha T. So free expansion of rod delta L, that equal to, so formula for the delta L is L alpha T. So alpha equal to 12 into 10 power minus 6 per degree centigrade. ES equal to 2 into 10 power 5 Newton per mm square. So rise in temperature. So how much rise in temperature is there? So T equal to T2 minus T1. So here T2 value is 80 minus T1 value is 30. So 80 minus 30 equal to 50. So delta L equal to L alpha T. So L equal to original length equal to 2 meters, that equal to 2 into 10 power 3 mm. So alpha equal to coefficient of linear expansion. So L is the original length, alpha equal to coefficient of linear expansion. So here T value is 50 degrees centigrade. So substitute the L value, alpha value and T value. So delta L equal to 2 into 10 power 3 into 12 into 10 power minus 6 into 50. So delta L value is 1.2 mm. Therefore length of rod at 80 degrees centigrade. So next we have to calculate the length of rod. So at 80 degrees centigrade. So for that, L plus delta L. So L is the original length plus next delta L is the change in length. So original length value is 2 meters, nothing but 2000 plus delta L is 1.2, nothing but 2001.2 mm. So 2001.2 mm. So this is the length of the rod at 80 degrees centigrade when the expansion is completely prevented. So first condition is completed. So coming to the next condition, when the expansion is completely prevented. So expansion అనేది కంప్లీట్గా ప్రివెంట్ అయిపోయింది. సో నెక్స్ట్ టెంపరేచర్ స్ట్రెసెస్. సో టెంపరేచర్ స్ట్రెసెస్ ఫార్ములా ఈజ్ F equal to alpha T into E. So alpha value is 12 into 10 power minus 6 into T value is 50 into E value is 2 into 10 power 5. So for steel, so after calculating the temperature stress value is 120 Newton per mm square. So here that is compression value. So that's why the temperature stress value F equal to 120 Newton per mm square. So therefore length of the rod at 80 degrees centigrade when free to expand. So when free to expand, length of the rod at 80 degrees centigrade, that equal to 2001.2 meters. So this is the length of the rod. So next, temperature stresses in the rod when the expansion is prevented. So when the expansion is prevented, that equal to 120 Newton per mm square. So first condition is length of the rod at 80 degrees centigrade and second condition is when free to expand, we have to find out the temperature stresses. So the temperature stress value is 120 Newton per mm square. So this is the first problem in case of temperature stresses. Here two conditions is given. So the first condition is length of the rod at 80 degrees centigrade if it is free to expand. So that is the first condition, and if no expansion is prevented, what will be the temperature stresses developed in the rod? So this is the second condition. So first condition, the length value is 2001.2 meters, and coming to the second condition, so the temperature stress value is 120 Newton per mm square. So this is the first problem. So next, for practice, similar to the first problem, a rod is 2 meters. So here the problem, first problem similar to 7th problem for practice. So a rod is 2 meters long at a temperature of 300 Kelvin. So temperature units is nothing but centigrade or Kelvin. So rod is 2 meters long. So 2 meters long rod, nothing but length of the rod is 2 meters. So temperature is 300 Kelvin. So find the expansion of the rod. So delta L value when the temperature is raised to 350 Kelvin. So expansion of the rod when temperature is raised to 350 Kelvin. So initially temperature is 300 Kelvin. So after raising the temperature is 350 Kelvin. So at that raised temperature we have to find out the expansion of the rod. So that is the first condition. And if the expansion is prevented, find the stresses in the material. So this is the second condition. So if the expansion is prevented, find the stresses in the material. So for that the E value equal to 2 into 10 power 5 Newton per mm square, and coefficient of linear expansion is 15 into 10 power minus 6 per degree per Kelvin. So that is the alpha value and that is the E value. So for that the formulas used is delta L formula is L alpha T, raise in temperature T equal to T2 minus T1. So initial temperature is T1 equal to the initial temperature and T2 equal to the raised temperature. So from that raise in temperature value is find. Next, delta L value, formula for the delta L equal to L alpha T. So next, length of the rod. So where the raised temperature, length of the rod formula is L plus delta L. So from this the first condition is completed. Coming to the second condition, when expansion is completely prevented. So for that temperature stresses value. So formula for the temperature stress F equal to alpha T into E. So that is the alpha T into E value. So by knowing the formulas for delta L value and temperature stresses value and length of the rod values and how we have to take in the rise in temperatures also, then we have to satisfy the given two conditions and find out the problems in easy way. Okay, so in next class temperature stresses further problems will be continued. Thank you.